So, hello everyone out there, and welcome to episode 2 of After Hours with the Thought Patrol podcast. Just something that we get together when we have the time and just talk. It's going to be about an hour, like normal. And tonight I am joined by Tyler. How you doing, Tyler?
Good evening, guys. Good evening, Kyle. Doing all right. It's a little late, but we have these podcasts for a reason at this time. So I'm just chilling on my couch right now. Got my Xbox on. I'll talk a little bit more later as we get moving on here. I'll tell you what I'm doing here exactly. It's a little interesting. But, all right.
Yeah, you weren't on the last episode. What were you doing?
Where was I gone?
In Chicago?
What? Yeah, was that hold on, when you did that last week on Saturday?
Yeah, every Saturday.
Wednesday, Saturday. Where was I Saturday? Yeah, I just left for Chicago. We left Friday night, or no, I'm sorry. We left Friday morning, and my girlfriend and I went up to Chicago to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and we kind of made like a vacation out of it. So I came back. A couple days ago. So yeah, it was nice. Yeah, that's where I was at, just chilling. Checking out downtown. Beautiful city, huge city. So good weather too. Oh, the weather was awesome. Food was awesome. People were pretty cool there. Down here in Florida where we live, they'll come stalking me now. They're good drivers up there. I mean, not everyone's perfect, but using your blinker makes all the difference. It makes me a much happier person. Makes me less of a angry, road raging driver. So seeing that is a wonderful thing.
Son of a bitch.
And oh, dude, let me tell you how crazy that, just seeing all that, it's a totally different world from how it is down here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just I think it's the weather, to be honest with you. I think the heat down here just makes everyone all grumpy and shit, because they want to be outside, with interacting with strangers, unless you're going to the beach or something like that. But no one wants to be outside, especially during the work week, and you just want to get home, relax, turn on that AC, something like that. Who the hell is texting me right now? I'm hoping. Oh, Shawn. Shawn's texting through the group chat here.
He said the same thing twice in a row. I don't know. I'm so.
You do. Yeah. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to watch a silent voice before we record, because we're going to be having a review on it amongst me, my sister, Antony, if he's available, and Shawn. So we were going to do a little review session on it in the next podcast. So I'd like to have everyone to see it, so everyone has something to talk about during it.
Is that our major theme for the episode?
No, just
kind of like a quick discussion. Right.
Yeah, just a review. It's on
Netflix.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
I highly doubt it.
I might check it out. Let me open up a little Netflix app here.
It's in the if it's not there, like I said in the group chat, Tyler, it's there. The link for it for Kiss Anime, because I have no idea where else to watch it, so we gotta legally stream it, sadly.
Yeah. So when I go to mute you and cough, the quality of the audio changes, and it sounds more trebly, if you will.
I mean,
there's not a whole lot of bass to it.
It's fine, because
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because I'm recording through a different software anyway, so it doesn't matter what you hear, because I'm the one that's recording.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is weird.
I'm muting my mic, so yeah, it's not like you're gonna hear. Although I'm gonna laugh if that slips up and I go to cough or out and I don't mute the mic where I think I do, and you should be like, God damn it, Tyler! I told you this before we started the podcast. And just as I finished that sentence, I quickly muted and coughed and muted myself. So,
At least you
so
try.
it's gonna be a good hour. It's gonna be a good long hour.
At least you try.
So what's up with you,
Sometimes,
man?
sometimes Sean
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
I do.
he's like walking his
Just
dog
trying to, trying to give a fuck,
in the middle of the
you know?
episode. I'm like,
Yeah,
bruh,
that's what.
the fuck? It's so
That
dumb.
man gives virtually no fucks.
Zero
But
fucks.
I
That's why
tip
we
my
love
hat off
him.
to you, good sir. Yeah. How was your week, man?
I mean, it's going well. I've been playing, dude. I put in the group chat, but I've been playing a lot of Elite Dangerous, and
Yeah, I was reading.
that game's like really cool. It's like if No Man's Sky wasn't actually a complete game that looked pretty.
Yeah.
That's like what
hmm
it is. It's really cool. It's got a huge star system to explore. It just recently came out to PS4. It's been on PC for a while, but like the lore that I've been seeing behind the game and all this other shit, it's so cool. It's super expansive. I mean, it depends on the type of
Yeah.
person you are because there technically from an outside perspective there's not a lot to do. You're just flying a ship around and stuff like that. And I mean with that like it's pretty much a flight simulator in space, but I love space exploration games. It's like that's why I
Yeah.
was
I'm sorry. What was the name of that game again?
Elite Dangerous. It should be on Xbox too.
I think I heard of it, and then that was gonna like I was gonna sidebar branch off into what I was gonna talk to you about. Because I'm currently playing Xbox right now, and but before I get to that major sidebar, there's this since you brought up that game, then there's there's this game called Everspace, and I'm finding it just now for the first time because there's a summer Xbox game sale, and with like over a couple hundred titles, both Xbox One and Xbox 360 games, and some really good sales. Like some games up to like 60%, 70% off. Um, Really good stuff. So I was going through the list, and I was actually looking at this game, and my screen just froze. Good old Xbox, coming in handy when I needed it.
Coming in clutch with the shitty hardware.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, so this Everspace game I was checking out, and it looks like just like how No Man's Sky should have been, where it's like space exploration. Mine is the planets, though. I think you're in the ship the whole time, just like what you were talking about. Like, or is there also planetary um, exploration, or is it just strictly space?
In Elite Dangerous, the default version of the game that's not the Horizons version, which is like an expansion to the game, is just space. But in Horizons, you could any planet that has a surface you could land on, and you get a
Oh,
rover that
cool.
you could deposit out of your ship, and you could take the rover around the land, and they have like bases that you can attack and you can explore and stuff like that. But the rest of the game's in space. But like compared to I'm looking at the Everspace thing and I see that it's like third person. In Elite, it's like first person more, and you got like you're like in the cockpit, and it's cool because while
Yeah.
you're in the cockpit, your menu is all contextual, so it's inside. You're
Yeah.
not opening up a
So
menu, so like you look to
mhm.
the left and you have a menu there. You look
it's
to the right, you have a menu there. So it's very immersive in that aspect.
I actually like the sound of that. That sounds
Dude,
really really cool.
I put that one of the links, the YouTube links. I'll send it to you, but it's like 35 minutes of gameplay, just so you can see what it looks
hmm
like. It's really if you like space
What?
exploration, it's really cool, and I think it is on the Xbox.
I was looking for it, but I'm not finding it. Hmm. Pardon me. Oop, didn't read that one. But so now I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna branch off then. So like I said, how we have the Xbox Ultimate Game Sale, and it's actually up to save up to 65%, and gold members save up to 10% more. Sale ends July 10th, 2017. So, pardon me. When I got back from Chicago, I I saw this and I was looking at the sales, and I generally will buy a game here and there. Not usually like a brand new game, like for like a full $60, because like I think that's just pure waste of money. Where if I wait just a little bit, generally there'll be a sale or there'll be some sort of price drop. Pardon me. And that's just what happened here with this game sale. So I kind of went just hectic on this sale here, and within the past 24 hours, I bought several games. I did a little bit of research, of course, because I like doing that to see if I really want to buy this. If I really want to
Should I
put
drop my pen?
time, yeah, right. Should I just? Oh, you drop your pen, God damn it! I heard that shit. But like, yeah, if I just want to like waste some money here and then put some time into this game, so I ended up buying, I think five games. I'll start off with well, first I bought premium finally for Battlefield because I've been waiting for like a huge price drop, and or not price drop. I'm sorry, but like yeah, I was waiting for like a good sale or like a deal where it'd be like half off, and I haven't seen anything yet. And hold on,
You okay? Oh, got a coughing spree. Yeah, they're doing a mid-year sale on PlayStation as well, which is they just got like
I saw that on IGN there. They even your free games. Sorry to interrupt, but also like your free games too that you have too for the PSN. Like you got some good stuff.
yeah. The only thing I've looked through it, and the only thing that I'm somewhat tempted to get is Assassin's Creed Black Flag because I really like that Assassin's Creed, but I don't think I'll
We
do
have
it
that too.
because like
Like
we're 11 days from the Destiny 2 beta, and then
the open beta, right?
well,
Yeah.
it's a closed beta. You need to pre-order in order to
Uh,
get into it. But the moment that
uh,
starts, I'll be doing that
I
for however
think.
long that lasts. And then now I have
I
Elite
thought I saw
Dangerous.
something with an open beta. Unless I'm thinking of another game. I mean, I thought there was a closed beta, and then there was going to be an open beta. But then I guess that doesn't make sense.
Well, they might do an open
um,
one later, but
well,
as
because
of
they
right
did
now,
it.
it's closed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, you had it. That's the first Destiny. Also, was a closed beta, wasn't it? Did you have to go and sign on
No
or
clue.
sign into
I
the?
got into Destiny year 2, so I didn't play the first year of
Oh, because
Destiny.
I played the beta, and I want to say it was closed because I think I did have to sign up. My friends helped me out with it, so it was like I didn't really have any hands on. I just started playing the game, but yeah, I guess they both were, but they have as you're talking about Assassin's Creed, they also have the we have the triple pack where it looks like to be Syndicate, Unity, and 4 Black Flag for 29.70 or $30 if you will, and the game it usually goes for about $90. So I mean some really good
That's a
deals
weird
here if you're like
collection of games. Unity,
sometimes they
Syndicate,
put
and Black Flag.
yeah sometimes they put they have weird mixes for games like they have like those game packs now. Like they have one with here's a weird one. Oh, I'm trying to find it right now. Here it is. So they have the Legacy Call of Duty, which includes Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, and Destiny.
Oh, they're
I believe
Activision,
it's the collection.
so I could see that.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It just seems funny
It
looking at
is
the
weird.
cover.
Yeah,
They got they're completely different games.
we had something like that too. Um,
Yeah, but
they
goes.
they had
Go ahead.
also Modern Warfare is breaking, and they're selling the remaster by itself now instead of, so you didn't have to
Hmm.
pre-order Infinite Warfare, which is nice. Although I
And
probably won't get it.
I was I
Now,
was thinking about getting it if they had a good deal, and they actually don't have it separate though for the sales. So I don't know when they made it available yet, or is it
yeah,
just
it's
announced?
available on PlayStation. I don't know about Xbox.
I'm not seeing it on Xbox unless it's somewhere scrolled down. Usually it's all clumped together, but yeah.
Um,
Um,
and it's
oh,
weird
here's another
because
one.
I wouldn't get that now with World War II like right around the corner. I wouldn't put
Mhm.
money into that.
Oh no, definitely not. Now, what I
It's so
would pay
I
money
don't know why they
for
didn't.
is if they do a Modern Warfare 2 separate remaster, or if they do like a Modern Warfare 2 and then World War 2. I I mean it's one catchy because they're both twos, and then I
Was
would definitely get both of those games. Like no problem. I have no problem buying those games together. Now I can see why Infinite Warfare and Call of Duty Modern Warfare were a pain in the ass for fans because no
Yeah, no one was down to play.
half attack.
Yeah, no one was down to play Infinite Warfare, and they had to get it to get
Thank you.
Modern Warfare, which is weird. And another thing is, I don't think they'll do World War II and Modern Warfare 2 because that's Sledgehammer, and Sledgehammer didn't do.
It's separate, yeah. That's right. Two
Yeah.
did. Two still had Infinity Ward and Activision. But,
Yeah. So I don't think we'll see that. But yeah.
But yeah, here was another one I found with EA because they have both Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. So yeah, Titanfall was also EA, wasn't it?
Yes.
So
Titanfall 2 is a good game.
It is, and here's a funny story I have with this, and I actually told Antonio, our friend Antonio, about this earlier. So Battlefield 1 came out in October, I think, of 2016.
I think so. Let me Google it.
Yeah, you go and Google that. I was actually hoping you'd answer that so I can Google something else too, just to double check, because I forgot myself.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so
21st of October.
This was around. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, it came out then. I had bought Battlefield, I think, a couple weeks after it came out, and I was happy. I was like, "Oh, really cool." Then, let's see, was it? And then Black Friday comes around, which is, I believe it's the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. And they put all that shit on sale like right after.
And that's like that didn't upset me too much. So like obviously like I saw that coming, but I wanted to play. Like all my friends were playing it, so I was like, yeah, screw it, I'm gonna get it now. Pardon me. So then Black Friday rolls around, and they have I go, and this is my first time actually Black Friday shopping. I go to Best Buy, and I drop my girlfriend and her friend off at the mall across the street, and I go to Best Buy because I know they're gonna be there for a while, and Best Buy is gonna be hectic. So I go, I walk to the back of the game section, I pull out a couple games. I think I got Titanfall 2, and I got Skyrim, the remastered edition, and that's what I had my mindset on. I'm like, I'm gonna get these two games because I've been wanting these for a while. Got them. They're both half off, so excuse me. I got it for $60. So two games for the price of one, pretty much like brand new games. Go home, and I think the next day I go on Xbox and I see they have their Black Friday sale. So I'm like, let me check this out. They have Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. I think both like they're like deluxe editions, which goes for, mind you, I think like $120. They had it on sale for $40 for both those games. $40.
Damn.
So I was so pissed. I was like, I could have got that, and then I could have got Skyrim at some other point. I could have held off on Skyrim for a little bit, or I just got Skyrim for Black Friday at the Xbox. I don't think they had the sale for Black Friday on the Xbox for Skyrim, so I could have just got it at the Best Buy, and then had I known. But every time, so whenever I see the sale now, which I'm looking at it right now, which is why I'm telling this goddamn story, because I'm looking at it dead in the face, the freaking Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 combo pack for $40. It haunts me till this day. I'm so pissed.
Just get triggered.
Oh dude, seriously. So I always have a good time seeing that, like in the sales, because it bites me in the ass. That's my luck. Whenever I go to buy a game, finally, the next like day, I will shit you not, the next day or like a couple days, there'll be a sale for that game, and I would have wasted extra money. But it's all up to. It's like they wait for me to buy the game. It's like, oh, Tyler just bought this game. Let's throw 60% off right now, like tomorrow.
Yeah, they're out to get you.
That's not luck.
Yeah,
it's pretty much, dude. I swear.
I'm really bad about buying games when they come out and then playing them for like a week and then not playing them anymore. And I always end up pissing myself off when I do it because I don't know why I do it. But like even now, I'm looking at like if I look at my Amazon pre-order list, right? Let me pull this shit up and explain to you.
List, that sounds like it might be a
No,
little long.
it's not good. So we have. This is right after E3 happened. Right after
Okay.
E3 happened. This is what my list filled up with. So we have
Oh,
the
okay.
new Metro game, Metroid Prime
Oh, yeah.
4, the new Monster Hunter, the new Shadow of the Colossus remake, Code Vein, the new God of War. Oh shit, I tapped something by accident. The new God of War. 1 second. The new
You start
Spider-Man,
off strong
Evil
with
Within
the
2.
M's.
Huh?
Holy crap.
Oh yeah, Evil Within 2, Fire Emblem Heroes. I think that's called Heroes. No, Fire Emblem Warriors or Fighters, something like that. It's the fighting game. Or not the fighting game, the Dynasty Warrior game for Fire Emblem. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Ni no Kuni 2, Destiny 2, and Call of Duty World War 2. It's like $500 of games. And it's really good.
Oh,
That the way
you had
Amazon
them all pre-ordered.
and the way Amazon works is they charge you once the game gets shipped. So it's not like I spent $500 within a day.
Yeah, so you save the pre-order and then you don't have to pay initially. So like if you were to cancel for whatever reason, you can just cancel. Is there a penalty for
No,
canceling with a certain
it's funny
amount of
because
hours?
you could pre-order Destiny 2, get the code for the beta, play the beta, not like the game, and then cancel the pre-order. And there's nothing against you for doing that.
Penalty. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I like that. Oh, Soul Calibur 2. I wonder how much this is going for. I'm looking at the sales still, but
And it's cool also because like if with Prime, if you pre-order games, you get like $10 off the game. So all those games cost $50 instead of $60. So I'm paying for like an extra 1 or 2 games just because I'm pre-ordering them.
yeah.
Which is nice. Although that's not.
You got some good games.
It's not always the case, but usually. It was weird. They had the Attack on Titan game for PlayStation on sale, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
It's been a while. That game. It's been almost a year that the game's been out, so it's not a big deal. But that game's fun as hell. I really like that game. I played it, and it's got like 4-player multiplayer too, which is cool. And your favorite character has their own ability. Like if you're Aaron, obviously you could turn into a Titan, and you got like full Titan battles where you're beating the shit out of other ones while you're playing. Levi's really quick, and he has abilities where he can hit like every like appendage at the same time and shit. So it's fun. It's like it kind of reminds me of Monster Hunter because when you're playing multiplayer, you all like are in this little hub where you could upgrade your stuff, and then what you do is once you're ready, you ready up, and then everyone readies up, and then you go and do a mission together, and then you come back and rinse and repeat. And it's kind of set up like Dynasty Warriors, where there's enemies on the map, and there's points that need help, and then you travel around the map using your maneuver gear, and then you kill you know where all the Titans are right off the bat, and then you go and just kill all the Titans, and then usually a boss Titan will spawn, and then you fight them. But it's really cool because like everyone that's seen that show, their like one wish is to be able to use that maneuver gear in real life, and this is like the closest thing you can get to it. So it's really cool to fly around the city using these little Spider-Man things. Yeah, it's cool. I thought I liked the game. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. You're talking about the Monster Hunter game. I was actually watching gameplay on that earlier.
It looks so good.
It actually does, and it's funny. You're the one that I had heard about it before, but I never really cared. I never paid too much attention to it. And then, like, I think you actually, excuse me, you talked about it in the last podcast, and like, I don't know, like something triggered in my head, and I just started looking at stuff, and like, it looks like a great game.
Yeah, all the Monster Hunter games are really good. I'm just excited there's one coming to the PlayStation instead of like, because they've been on like Nintendo systems prior. So we had like 3DS releases. Hopefully we'll be getting a Switch release in the United States for the new Monster Hunter. That'd be awesome because it's like mobile. And that'd be cool to play Monster Hunter on the go with a bunch of other people. So we'll see.
So real quick, whenever I go into like whenever I'm about to cough, and like if I'm talking, if I'm trying to hold it, I take a deep breath to get like a good cough to give me like a few extra seconds so I don't have to cough again. Like it's like time elapsed where if I make a good cough effort, I don't have to like cough again for this amount of time. It's like breathing. After you hold your breath for so long, you're gonna have to take a breath of air. So if I have a good cough, I'm good for a while. But if I just take a shitty cough, I'm gonna have to cough more, like constantly.
Yeah.
So, I go to hold my breath, and I just like lunge for the mute button and just like praying that I hit it. If not, you're just gonna big ass cough like in the mic right now. So far I've been pretty successful.
It's not well, I appreciate you're like fighting your own battle over there, but like what I had to do, you will not believe what I had to do with the last episode. The voice level, the sound levels were off, so the whole episode I had to make Shawn quieter because I was too quiet because the voice levels were off, and I wasn't paying attention for the last
episode 9.
No, for the last After Hours.
Oh, the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was like,
it was just you two, right?
Yeah, I was like, shit. So I had to sit there painstakingly going through the whole thing and making sure Shawn was quiet, because the way we record, at least currently, since we do it over the like internet, because we can't get everyone here, especially Shawn because he lives in a different part of Florida. What ends up happening is when it records, since we use OBS to record, right? I'm going to bore all you out there for a bit. We use OBS to record, and it records both desktop audio and mic audio at the same time. So what ends up happening is it just squishes it all into one file. So I'm sitting there, and whenever Shawn makes noise, I'm making that clip, I'm cutting it and making the volume lower. So if you go back and listen to it, you can hear it, because sometimes when both of us are talking together, you could hear me increasingly
you'll
quieter.
Hear the fluctuation.
Yeah, it's really you have to listen for it, because when I listen back to every one of our episodes, when I listened back to it, it really didn't sound that bad, and it sounded okay. At least I think so. But I thought that was funny, and I'm like, shit. I sat there for like 2 hours going through each portion of that video, because you could see it like on the I don't know if it's a spectrograph, but like the thing that shows the wavelength of the audio. You can see you could see exactly when I was talking and exactly when Shawn was talking, because Shawn was like bottoming out on the decibels, and I'm like, I have like these little pips, and that's me, and I'm like, shit, that's not good. So,
well, there you go, kids. There's a little information on some audio tech.
Not only is the structure of our podcast ratchet, the way we do it is ratchet as well. But
I mean, well, for this one, it's kind of more free flowing, where we just kind of just talk about anything. But
yeah, but you still want to be somewhat pleasing to the people that you're listening to. You don't want them blowing their ears out every time Shawn makes a remark. So,
yeah. Can't wait to hear how I talk here through the audio now. Do I sound like how Shawn is when he talks?
It's not horrible. I'd say it's okay.
Not saying you're a bad talker, Shawn, if you're listening to this. I love the way how you talk. It arouses me.
I'm pretty sure Shawn doesn't listen, but if he is, Shawn, eat a dick.
So moving on. Tyler taking command now. So moving on. I went and bought, like I was saying, I went off and just kind of emptying out my wallet here with these games. And now I think about it, I mean, I saved some good money, because at some point, some of these games are, brand new $60, and I would have probably spent over $200 worth of games here. So first I went and bought, premium. I'm sorry. Yeah, I bought the premium for Battlefield because, all my friends are starting to get it right now. Those who I play with on Xbox, and they're kind of like, oh, we get premium, blah blah blah, and they finally had this little sale on, and it was only $10 off the premium. I think originally it's like $50, now it's $40. So
he had to cough.
Pause. Yeah. And what's great about that, Kyle, is like depending how long I'm going on for the conversation, like so far you've been great, where you'll quickly comment whether or not you know it. When you start commenting after I pause, it's like I'm coughing right after my pause. So you start going into the next comment, and it kind of it's the cough is hidden.
Trust me.
Yeah, that was pretty.
My eyes are on the computer 24/7 while we're recording this. I'm making sure everything's good.
Kyle, the expert over here. So, so I got premium finally, so that was pretty cool. There's only one DLC out so far.
Is there only one?
There's only one. There's another one coming out, I believe, in September.
Fuck, I don't even play Battlefield. It's not even downloaded on my console. I wasted so much money on
Really,
that game. I need to stop buying these EA games, man. I did it with Battlefront
dude, that
1.
they get you, man.
I played Battlefront
I had
1 for
Battlefield.
like 2 days. Didn't touch it after that, and I see 2 coming out, and I'm getting that itch, and I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm not buying any more EA games." Because
And
same thing happened with
EA is
Battlefield
the
1. Like this, I felt like the multiplayer was lacking, and I still feel like it's lacking, even with DLC. I mean, the experience is
oh,
cool,
it
but it's
oh
the same
yeah.
exact thing with Battlefront, dude. The moment the experience fades away, you're left with like a shallow multiplayer, and it pisses me off because I don't care anymore about playing because it pisses me off that I get shot in the back every other couple minutes and dealing with all that shit, like 90 snipers perched on a ledge, and
That is the only thing that bothers me in Battlefield are the snipers, and I don't know how I learned to live with it, but I did. And the thing is, I have a lot of fun because I have when I plays, I'll usually have a squad of friends play, so we're always top of the leaderboard. So for
mm,
those of you listening in, play Xbox, hit me
brushing
up
your
and
own
we'll.
wiener there, huh?
Oh yeah. So, pardon me. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fun, and I do agree with you. Some of these EA games are just like they lure you in with all this promise, and then you get the game. But that's a lot of video games though too,
Not
especially for
necessarily.
shooters. Well, I'm saying for like more common games like shooters and whatnot. Like it's usually the same gist where you'll get this unpolished game, and then you have to go and buy the DLC to get like the full experience out of it. And that's the one thing that's why I'm getting Battlefront 2 is because they're releasing the DLC for free. There's no season pass, there's no premium, whatever. It's all for free, and it's kind of a hey fans, we're sorry that we fucked up in Battlefield 1. Have this, it's all for
Yeah,
free.
that's definitely what it is. There's no other reason. The EA's like shit. We pissed off a lot of people. Let's try and
And I think
remedy
they've done
this.
that a few times with some of the games. I want to say, I'm trying to think. I think Titanfall at some point, like the first Titanfall, they did at some point because I got the game for like $5, and then all the DLC I got with it was for free. I
Titanfall
forgot how that worked out.
Titanfall's DLC has always been free. I don't think you ever had to pay for it because Titanfall.
Has it?
Yeah,
Maybe. I'm trying to remember for the original one because yeah, I remember seeing or hearing about the second one's supposed to be all free.
it is.
So, okay. Because I play that too, but the thing is, I have no one to play that with, so sad face. But when I eventually get a PlayStation, I heard you guys play that, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, I play it.
I'll definitely get that game and play with some of you guys because that's another guilty pleasure game of mine. Like when I go to like play by myself,
It's
'cause I
really
love to play
good.
by
It's
myself.
very well designed. You have full control of
Oh
your
yeah,
character at all times. It's really good. It's better than Call of Duty. It's better than Battlefield. It just didn't get
it's
a lot
better
of
than
love.
yeah. Well, because of just the release time
Yeah,
or time
it just got
release.
EA just didn't give
Yeah.
a fuck to like
So,
go out there and fed him to the wolves practically. It
well,
sucked.
hey, I mean, they already had another big AAA game coming out, so it's like they probably thought they can double down and knock out Call of Duty, and whatever other games came out then. Because yeah, they came out around the same time Battlefield did, didn't it? Or no,
Yeah.
Titanfall 2 came out.
It was Battlefield, Titanfall, Call of Duty within weeks. So within 3 weeks it was Battlefield, Titanfall, Call of Duty. So
Now
it
I
just got
personally,
massacred.
oh yeah, now I personally have hated on the past few Call of Duty games because
They suck
just the way how they went the whole, huh?
because they suck.
Yeah, well, because they suck, and because it's the same thing. It's just recycled,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So I mean, here come the hate comments there. I'm not being a Battlefield wannabe here, but like I really loved Call of Duty back when it was good. Back when Modern Warfare 2, the first one, even I like 3 a lot too. I even like the first Black Ops. I think I started losing after Black Ops 2, and like I still played a lot of that because I had this goes back in the day when you guys still had 360s, and we would all play. I mean, it was fun, but like I don't know, I just hated how they were making that slow incline into the future. Like I I hate how they're kind of making things along because like it was a story that like started off. It was World War II. That's what Call of Duty. That's what they thrived on, and they slowly moved away from it because they thought, no, maybe we can. I did like how they stretched out. Like they had the Modern Warfare, and Ghost, and then they were really getting in. That's when they started getting like out of touch. It was a little bit too far out of reach. Where God, I can't structure my sentences properly because the coughing, it really is annoying. Um, so please, I'm glad you guys are bearing with me here. But I don't know. Like I just didn't like how, for what it was, they had to be. Just everything about it. I just really was not. I didn't give two shits for it. Then when Titanfall came out, and it was just again this Call of Duty style, futuristic, like first person shooter, but it was like its own story and its own game by itself. Like it started off right then and there from there, and then plus you have giant fucking robots. Like it wasn't. I don't know what I want to call it. Like I don't want to say like it was Call of Duty was pretentious when it had the more. What the hell was that?
That was me.
Kyle, what you doing,
I
guy?
smacked the table
Yeah,
that I'm.
I know it was. But like
Oh,
I don't know if it was like just them kind of making crap up as they go along. I mean, I really don't know what the hell I'm trying to say here. To be honest, okay. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck the last few Call of Duty games. Titanfall was great. Titanfall was a its own thing. It was clean, fresh, and perfect. Just it was set out, thrown out into the market, and it did really good. And what was cool with this, I believe, the the developers or the makers, the creators of Titanfall, um, some of those members were from the old Activision team,
yeah,
I believe, for
respawn.
Infinity War,
Yeah,
who did who did the Modern Warfare series. So you kind of like, I mean, I didn't see a whole lot of aspects into that, but I saw the just like the gameplay. It was a lot smoother. Like I like that type of futurism, if you will. Like Call of Duty
futurism.
was just like, yeah, here you go. You can coin me on that term. Um, the way out, but Call of Duty, how they did it, it just felt too, I don't know, cartoony-ish, kind of just out of place. It wasn't attractive for me. But Titanfall, it had its God. Sorry, I like chose not to mute that one. Um, yeah, I feel like at this point I'm just rambling on here. I'm just like I'm just getting pissed off trying to explain myself while I'm coughing. So like
Yeah, I see where
fuck
you're
Call of
coming from.
Duty
The
and
problem that I
yay
have,
Titanfall.
and I've talked with other people about this before, is with Titanfall compared to Call of Duty. The issue I have with Call of Duty is the movement aspect of Call of Duty feels like it's tacked on. So it feels like they have their engine for shooting, and then they tacked on this free running thing. Where in Titanfall, it feels like the two mold into each other very well. You could easily,
Yes, it was a lot smoother transition.
son of a bitch. I think my computer just made a noise. I hope you guys didn't hear that. So,
I didn't hear anything.
well,
But
of
yeah,
course
no,
you didn't hear
I
anything.
totally agree with you.
But yeah,
Um,
that's the problem I have. It feels like I said, just it's like tacked on. It doesn't feel like it's well designed, or it doesn't feel like the game was when they introduced that aspect. It doesn't feel like they built the ground up for with that in mind. It feels like they just had Call of Duty, and they're like, oh, let's let them run on the walls, and it felt clunky. When Titanfall rolls around, and you got this very well designed formula on being you have perfect control of your character the entire time, and it's very well designed. Like I've said it 1,000 times, but I really, really, really enjoy how well you could move between parkour and shooting. You could shoot while you're parkouring. Everything's perfectly done, and that's why I think it's so much better than Call of Duty's formula, because Call of Duty, it focuses more on the shooting than the movement, and it doesn't make them both equal, and that's why where it falls flat, I believe, at least.
yeah,
Yeah, so let's.
couldn't said it better myself.
Yeah, wow, we pretty much talked about Call of Duty. Oh,
Yeah.
Tyler, have you seen Have you seen Wonder Woman?
Yeah, actually, I saw it. Saw it last week. Really good. I for a DC movie, I was impressed. That brought me
It's
back on
raising
board.
the bar. I feel like we're,
And
and even then the problem I had is it felt like it was trying too hard to be a superhero movie, and I know that's what they are. They kind of all fit into the same formula, but the only
mhm.
problem I had was I felt like the slow motion was a bit excessive, and
No, I didn't have a problem with that. You gotta think because like those were the comic strip, or the comic moments where you just kind of pictured it out and just
but they're literally like
if
they're
you
doing it like
because those were
they're doing it like 7 or 8 times in a fight, and like it becomes grating almost to a point. I can understand them doing it three,
maybe
but they're doing it like on and on and on and on and on after, in the same fight. Like in that initial fight on the beach, they do it like 4 or 5 times within like a 30-second span, and you're just like, okay, can we get the? Because I don't think you need slow motion for a fight to be cool. Because I think fights when they're the choreography of the fighting was awesome. When Wonder Woman was moving around and she was like doing her leg sweeps and shit, I thought that was so cool. And I
that was
just
awesome, right?
and I think they'd be just as
fights were
cool moving at normal speed than compared to showing us every detail of her sliding around on her legs. But that was the only gripe I had.
I
I thought the rest of the movie was decent. I just felt like it got grating near the end of the movie when every other time we're getting slow motion effects, and it felt like 300 the superhero movie.
Well, if you don't like slow motion, you can go to Marvel. Watch one of those movies. They're all fast paced. It's 100%. It's 100 miles an hour every second. Like I was just thinking of the in Civil War the airplane or the the airport scene there. I mean, I was just constant, just kicking ass, like moving at a constant fast speed and stuff like that. And in DC, like yeah, they have a lot of those moments where they're just kind of freeze framed. But like I don't know, I do like it. The the only issue I kind of griped about, actually, I had two. Um, in Wonder Woman was the beginning when they're on the island, which I'm going to attempt to pronounce. It's I think Themyscira, something like that.
I thought it started with a
I feel
W.
like
What the fuck?
well, you might have, well, it sounds like Google has the answer there because I just might have wrecked what I just said and I just fucked up. But I could have sworn it was. What the hell did you think it started with then? Or what do you think it was if it started with the W?
I have no idea. I just thought it started with a W. Wait, let me see.
Because it's Wonder Woman. You thought it was like Wonder Woman World or something?
I don't know. Shut the fuck up. It's
Home.
primarily known as Paradise Island.
Oh yeah, but it's also known as
is.
Themyscira.
Yeah, Themyscira.
So
You're right.
you suck a fucking
What did
juicy
whoa,
cock.
whoa, whoa. What did I hear start with a W then? Huh.
Wonder Woman.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I thought was really good? The
Laughing
music.
does not help.
The music
Yes.
was really good.
Oh, whoever had the score and just the musical set for Wonder Woman. I mean that guitar.
They did an excellent job.
Oh, that definitely, that's going to be a thing now, because you know how like movies, when music definitely it ties well into movies if they're well produced, and if the score really goes with like whatever, like the theme or whatever the atmosphere is in that movie at the time. Like you see Darth Vader in Star Wars, you hear the Imperial March, or you'll hear his theme. With Jaws, you hear the dun, 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 you hear the Jaws theme. It's like those are definitely, or like ET even. You have their own personal, I want to say like songs.
Dude,
like,
this guy's
their musical arrangements.
Shawn.
And
Shawn. Oh my God, I'm sorry,
damn.
Tyler.
Damn, dude, I'm about to hang up right now. It's in the podcast. How dare you?
No, it's Tyler. This man is a legend.
Mm-hmm.
Rupert Gregson Williams, who did the soundtrack for Wonder Woman, also did the soundtrack for B Movie. Click.
Really?
You don't mess with the Zohan.
That's funny.
Grown Ups, Zookeeper, Jack and Jill. Grown Ups 2. Paul Blart Mall Cop.
He's a fan of the Adam Sandler group there, I guess.
He did Hacksaw Ridge too, but he did a really good job in Wonder Woman. That final credits. the final
He
credits,
finally made it big time.
when the final
Oh
credits
yeah.
rolled and that little graphic thing was playing, that
Oh,
song was lit.
oh yeah.
I ain't gonna
That
lie,
was
me and
awesome.
Kaylin were freaking out. That song was so good. But that's
Yeah.
so funny that
So now whenever you hear that song, it's like you think of Wonder Woman.
that's so funny though that he did all those other movies that had
Yeah.
me did.
Yep.
We have the man to thank for the B movie soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Think
god,
of Wonder Woman.
Paul Blart
Yeah, but like
too.
the yeah. So the as I was saying, like the two issues I had with it was kind of like how everything was rushed so fast in the beginning. With when they're on the mascara, like not so much the her growing up part, but like just kind of how it all like she just kind of went along with everything. Like I just seemed like there should have been a lot more issues like explained. I mean, I get how they're hiding from Ares. If you didn't see the movie yet, then it sucks for you. Like go stop listening to the podcast now. Hit the like button, go watch the movie, and then come back.
Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe after we offend you.
Yeah, pretty much. But I I don't know what I thought about the whole Ares subplot because like I get how that's a thing, but like in this universe for DC that this movie universe, I didn't like how gods exist. I'm talking about DC. I'm not talking about Marvel because obviously you think Thor, but he's a demigod. He's not necessarily a god. He's an alien. Although we might have saw him as like God, but they're aliens technically. Now with the Amazons or whatever, they in that prologue there, like in the story that was told when she was like growing up that her mom told her, the queen, it was like they legit said, hey, gods exist. Zeus existed, his children existed.
But
Like
hasn't
I don't know,
Wonder
like kind of
well hasn't Wonder Woman
kind of
always
bothered me.
been hasn't she always been like a god though, or has she just always been referred to as an Amazonian?
Well, well. If you're in the movie, they actually remember they said when she finally found Ares, Ares told her like the reason why like blah 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 how her mom kept all this crap from her. It's like he said like only a god can defeat a god, I believe it was. Um, and Wonder Woman is a god because she is a descendant of Zeus.
Yeah, she's a descendant of
So
Zeus.
so she has so she's like Hercules. She's a chick Hercules, literally. Um, so I mean, I like some of it. The only thing that bothered me was the fact that that gods exist and the DC universe where also aliens exist too. Because I'm assuming if Darkseid is going to be the big bad, like how Thanos is in the Marvel universe, that really irritates me. How like an alien. I'm sorry. Well, first of all, I don't know too much about Darkseid, but like I know that he is like a big bad in the DC comics, but like how he exists and then how gods exist, it kind of bothers me. There's too much going on. There's too much story. But again, also that this is Wonder Woman's story though too. Obviously, comics and their characters
Yeah, her origin
they have so
story.
much
Her
they have so
origin.
much origin crap.
Yeah, her
Yeah,
origin story
it's
though it does refer to gods, so they're just keeping
yeah
up with the source material. Really.
yeah yeah. I don't know, like there's so many different stories that are told in the comic. Like obviously, it's kind of hard to pick and choose and edit as like for the producers of this movie. Like what do they take from the comics and then mold it into a live action movie. Like I wonder how many other storyboards were potentially that could have been potentially chosen to make this movie. Like I don't know. I feel like maybe they could have found their way around it and not involve the god thing. Excuse me.
Dude, can we just talk for a second about how hot what's her name?
Oh,
Gal.
I was getting there.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Is it how do you
It's
say it? Is it Gal
I don't
Gadot?
I
Gadot?
Godot, I think it is, yeah. But she's a looker, and not just that, but like she's also, I mean played a good role, and she's Israeli too, so I like that her being the female, but not only just some whitewashed character or anything like that. I mean, I think in the
I think it's
comics,
Gadot. Oh, Jesus.
well, I am so sorry.
Jesus.
I am terribly sorry on that one. Yeah, that one was a wet one. It got away from me. But Varsano.
We're both
So,
looking at her wiki.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's
She's
yeah.
in the
She
Fast and the
is.
Furious movies.
Yep. She is gorgeous. Did you know she was also because if you live in Israel, I believe you have to join the military for I think 2 years or a year. So she was also part of the armed forces. So she has some experience, I guess, in combat training. So I can see where, while shooting the movie, you think a girl like this, like, you would have never thought that. You thought she'd just be a model, and
Oh, what are you
that.
saying there, Tyler? That pretty women can't be in the military?
I did not say that. I'm
What are you
just saying
saying
that
there,
you.
Tyler? What are you saying there,
Trust me,
Tyler?
those were definitely not my thoughts. I just thought that was really cool. Um,
Also, Chris Pine's hot. I put my wiener in him, or I let him put his wiener in me.
or how would you put like his wiener instead of your wiener? That's the thing, right? Ask Antony.
Stop right where you are. You
Oh,
violated the law. You violated the law.
oh
We're
my
not.
god! I won't tread those waters. Trust me. Or well, I mean, I kind of did, but I just kind of dipped my feet in there, dipped my toes. But Anthony's in there swimming around. He's already like a fucking mermaid in those waters.
He's like scuba. He has a scuba set.
Right? Yeah.
It's like 30 feet down. Oh man.
Yeah. But no, she is like drop dead gorgeous. Like one thing that upset me about how the fan reaction with her being cast
I
was
thought
like,
the Dr. Poison lady was pretty hot too.
I wish they expanded her story a little bit more. I was a little upset about that.
Yeah, I don't know why she's injured. They never said anything. Was it a gas accident? Did she get hurt by
yeah,
mustard gas in the war?
uh,
No
I'm
idea.
sure. I think that's a easy connection to make, considering that's what she did
But still,
for a
they
living.
didn't tell me, Tyler. They didn't tell me. They gotta assume that
Yeah,
every
people,
moviegoer is stupid.
people in today's society, they need to have an answer for these movies.
I ain't gonna lie.
They have to hear
I've been groundhogging one since we started, Tyler.
Really, damn.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
kind of your own
starting.
fault,
We're losing the battle. It's okay. We got like 10 minutes left.
that's fine. So, how was I saying? Oh yeah. So a lot of people were like, sorry. A lot of fans of Wonder Woman were upset, or like some people just thought like maybe she wasn't good for the role, and like it goes down to like stuff like when you see Wonder Woman in the comics, she doesn't look physically like the physique that she doesn't have, and like I'm referring to her breast right now, because that was one thing that a lot of fans were kind of, and they're not even just fans, but like it's just people hating on it.
Wait.
And
They're
I think
complaining that Wonder Woman is sexualized? Did they not read the comics? Like, if you're out there and you have that thought, Google Wonder Woman and look at some of the images in the early comics. She wears a one piece thing. She's got an ass too. It's just how she's been designed. I think that she played the Wonder Woman, and whoever did the casting and costume work, they did an excellent job. I think she looked just like Wonder Woman.
Great Wonder Woman. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Which is why I'm upset how like some people are just kind of hating on her, or like you just don't see her as a Wonder Woman. So like I don't know. And then my next complaint with some of these people, whether they're fans or not, or they're just like hating the movie, is I believe it was a female director, so they thought that the fact that a chick directed this movie, that it's a terrible movie and blah blah blah, and so she can't direct the movie, and all this crap. It's just a lot of hate crap. It's just really unnecessary. But like it just like upsets me when people lash out at this crap, and they make such a deal out of it. Like I don't see what the issue is. I don't see how people can say crap like that just because it's a female, and and what is predominantly a man controlled like business and whatnot and field. But
very eloquently stated there, sir.
Again, the coughing is like kind of controlling my word choice here. But and like my pauses, but No, it's very upsetting how like people think that crap. And like it was a wonderful movie. And I don't know, maybe people were complaining about how you could see the the female kind of twist on it. I don't understand. Maybe the closest thing I can see to that is the fact that they lived in Themyscira, but again, they're all women for a reason. Like it wasn't like that for it wasn't like that because like, oh, it's a female director. Oh, we're gonna have all women in here. No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of the humor that was played out in the movie. Excuse me. You can maybe
Jesus,
hear some
Tyler.
of that. I know. Okay, I've been actually pretty lazy the last 20 minutes. I'm gonna go back to this. I'm sorry, Kyle.
That's fine.
But
We're almost
yeah,
wrapping up here soon anyway.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. But I don't know. But like overall, it was a great movie, and it's killing it at the box office. I think it's the highest grossing DC film yet. Or it's getting there. At least.
DC film, yeah, most likely. I was gonna say probably not out of all the films because Transformers is out, and that always makes a fuckload of money.
And I don't know why or how, and
it's all overseas, dude. Like, I think like 40 to 50% of the money that it makes is all not. It's not domestic. It's all overseas. Like especially Asian countries. China fucking loves Transformers. It's so weird. And
that's trying to bring up the Asian stereotype how they love giant mechs fighting each other.
Is that really a stereotype though? I don't see it as a negative. Might be a generalization, but not a stereotype.
Yeah, but it's 2017, and people get offended for everything.
Yeah. Did you just assume that I assumed? Do we have a problem here?
That I assumed that you assumed that I assumed. Like
we're going too deep.
Yeah, let's pull back out here.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So real quick, also, just throwing away from the. Hold on. As I went to press the button, I started coughing. I don't know if you heard that or not.
No, we're good.
Okay, that was good. Good timing. I had started talking about real quick about like the games I had bought. I had to get that out there. Like I don't know if just like so you can hear. So yeah, I bought Premium. I also bought both Wolfenstein games. I bought the New Order and the Old Blood.
Wolfenstein is such a good series. I love it.
I finally I did a lot of research. I looked into it, and I heard it's a really great series. And like these last two games to come out since Bethesda had bought out the original companies, I think it was like IT or IP. I can't remember.
Is it Wolfenstein? Wolfenstein was done by id, wasn't it?
I think that's what it was. Yeah,
same people that.
But there were a few groups that were like throughout its series that had bought out the ownership or whatever. Of the product. But anyways, so yeah, I bought those. I started playing a lot of the New Order today, and God, yeah, they're amazing games. I mean, I love the story.
Yeah, I'm super excited for two.
The atmosphere and the setting. Yes, I saw that too. So that's kind of funny timing that I'm getting into these right now.
That's why they're on sale, dude.
New one comes out, to $10.
Them E3 sales, yeah.
So yeah, there's those.
That's why I got the. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just say I also bought Rocket League because that's like my guilty pleasure game as well. Have you played Rocket League before or heard of it?
I've never played it, but I've seen a lot about it.
It's a very simplistic game and it's a lot of fun. Like if you have friends, I definitely recommend it. And if you love kind of just driving around and hitting, scoring goals, because it's not just soccer they do now. They have hockey and all this other crap. But that was fun. And then I also bought Dark Souls 3.
Cool.
Because I finished Scholar of the First Sin not too long ago. I put in a little over 50 hours into that game, and I was waiting for a sale for 3, and that game brand new is still $60.
Yeah,
and even pre-owned it's like over 30. So I was like, what the hell? And then this sale came on, and I got it for I think like $24.
Awesome.
So standard.
Yeah. I got the, again, I always do it. I got the golden edition. It was such a, like the season pass was not worth it at all. I didn't like the 2 extra.
Yeah,
the first DLC was we beat the first DLC in like an hour and a half, and the second one was much better. But the first one was garbage. The second one was okay. They had cool weapons.
Yeah, the first one was like something of Arundel, right? And
yeah, it was like 4 or 5 bosses and you're done. It takes like an hour and a half. It's ridiculous. But we put, I think between me, Tyler, and Jonathan, the other Tyler, obviously, we put
Mhm.
like maybe 500 or 600 games hours combined amongst the three of
Yeah.
us. Insane. Like I have
Damn, dude.
180. I think Jonathan has 210 at this point. It's insane. Got a shitload
I
of hours
haven't
in
even
that game.
I haven't even played the DLC for Dark Souls 2 because like to start it, there's like a process you have to do, and I think 3 is the same way.
Yeah, you have to
Um,
go to a certain area, do a certain thing to unlock it.
hmm So I haven't done that yet. So I might do that for a while, but I think I just might start 3, and I'm pretty excited, but I'm a little skeptical, and I'm also eager to you know just delve into it, but also I'm cautious because I don't want to get like just start raging out the game right away. Because the thing is, I mean, this game took me so long to beat. Just the fact that like I kept dying so much, I took a long break from it, went back to it, took a long break from it, went back to it, you know, and I just eventually beat the game. Actually, the last couple hours I put in, I cleared so much stuff. I was so proud of myself, and I just ended up beating the game finally. Like I did so much in like such little time. I was so proud. So I'm pretty excited for 3 here because it also looks just so amazing. So it's time to get good again.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, especially with the multiplayer. I remember what we used to do after we got bored because I think Jonathan was like on his 8th or 9th playthrough, and I was on like my 4th, and Tyler was on like his 2nd or something like that. We got bored, and what we do is we go in areas where you get invaded often, and there's an item you can pop that makes it where you could have an extra person in your instance and you get invaded more often than normal. And we'd sit
Oh,
there,
lovely.
and there's an item that you can use that turns you into a prop. So we just sat there, turned all the three of us into
Yes.
props,
Yeah. I love that.
and we hid until they found us. And we were just trying to
I
be as risky as possible in our prop form.
I did that in Dark Souls 2 where there's like this I forgot the name of the area, but it's like this misty area, and like you can't. It's so thick that this or not mist, but fog. This fog is so thick. So when I got invaded there, I I like ran off somewhere into a corner. I used the item, and I was like it's just like this like big log or something like that, and this guy is just going back and forth, and because the fog is so thick, so like this guy literally just was screwed when he went to invade me. Like I think at some point I think he just gave up, or something. I don't know, but yeah, it was funny. For like a good 2-3 minutes, he was trying to look for me.
Yeah, we had a lot of people that wouldn't tolerate our shit. Like they'd straight up like run around for like 4 or 5 minutes, realize that we weren't there, and then they just straight up leave. They'd like use the wherever that stone is that lets you leave the world.
Was it like? It wasn't Homeward Bone, was it? No,
Now,
that's
Homeward
just
Bone would
like
turn you to a bonfire.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember like all like the lore items.
it's like
and stuff like
I don't
that,
know,
'cause there's
it's like a
something like
black
that.
separation crystal. I think is what it is, something like that.
Yours might be 3 might be slightly different from 2. I
Oh
think
yeah, it
some stuff
is.
slightly changed.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yep. So pretty excited there.
yeah, it's cool. It's definitely cool. It's a good game. Uh, it's one of the easier ones too. It's not as difficult as 2.
I heard 2, well, at least the Scholar of the First Sin edition. And I can't talk. Scholar of the First Sin edition was like, or currently is like the hardest of the series.
Yeah,
Um,
I think you'll
and
have a
like its previous one.
yeah. I
Go
think you'll
ahead.
have a better time in 3 because it's not as hard.
Yeah, I hope so because then I'm assuming I'm probably after 3. I'm probably gonna go back to 1 and kind of just see where it. I would say not where it began because there's also what's that other series before Dark Souls?
Demon Souls,
Demon Souls. Demon Souls. Yep. Demon Souls, but I think that's like you can't get the
I
Xbox or
watched a speed
PlayStation.
run of that game. That shit was insane.
Really?
Yeah.
How
Oh,
long was
if
it?
you guys are listening right now, I think it's Summer GDQ is going on, which is Games Done Quick, which is like a Twitch channel where they live stream speed runs. So if any of you that sounds like that's interesting, I'm sure if you are interested in speed runs, you probably know what GDQ is already. But if you want to see speed running at its finest, I'd look it up. GDQ. I'm sure it's on Twitch's homepage. Really cool shit. All they do is speed run games all day. They're doing it for charity. It's Doctors Without Borders, which is cancer research. So Wait, it's either cancer research or doctors operating in third world countries. I'm not entirely sure, but really cool shit. I watched a Jack 2 speed run today, so awesome stuff to just sit down and chill and watch how these people break these games. It's insane. So yeah.
I wish they had a sale on the new Friday the 13th game. I feel like this is a game I can board up really quick, but I'll have like a lot of fun within the first hour or two.
Yeah, they just recently put Dead by Daylight on PS4, which is like that, but it's like it's more RPG based where you get like skills and stuff, and I feel like it's a bit more deep than the Friday the 13th game. But I wanted to get that, and I'll have some people get that because that'd be cool to like get like 4 people trying to survive against one dude trying to murder everybody. That'd be fun. But we're getting close to the end here.
Got one more thing you want to talk about, or?
No, I think that's it for me.
I got one. What do you think about the they have quick comments, thoughts on that?
About what?
The SNES edition.
From what I've heard, they're only going to be manufacturing it for 2 months. So, God forbid. It's going to be
really. Yeah, where'd you hear that from?
We read it on the last episode of the podcast, asshole.
I actually didn't listen to the last episode yet. I'm sorry. Okay?
No, it's fine. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, no, it's not a big deal. But they're only producing it for 2 months, and it starts in, I think it's the end of September.
Are you talking about North America?
Yeah,
because I think it's
everywhere.
UK, or at least pre-ordered.
Well, pre-orders have gone up, but it's everywhere. They're only producing it for 2 months. And then they said that they'll meet the demand this time. They're going to produce more units, but it's only going to be going for 2 months, and then it's done. They're not doing it anymore. It's going to fall out of circulation. So it makes me worried. I don't know what Nintendo's doing.
I really want to get this. Like, this is something...
Dude, the game list is really good. You got Donkey Kong Country, you got Star Fox, you got Super Mario World.
Star Fox 2, the unreleased. So that... I'm really excited for that. There's
going to be a lot of good games on that console. So it is. I'm not going to try and get it because I don't. If I wanted to play them, I could play them on the computer, and I'm not gonna. I have nowhere to put it, so it's not in my radar right now. But I hope you're able to get it. And I wouldn't even attempt stores, dude. I just try and get online because I don't think it's going to be coming to any stores. We'll see. We'll see exactly how it goes.
I don't know, dude. I'll be camping out somewhere for like 2 days. No, I'm not like a fanatic about that. Like it was the same with the NES Classic. I was like, oh, I couldn't get any. Oh well, I don't know. It's not a huge deal.
Go home and cry myself to sleep.
Yeah.
Wallow in my tears. All right.
Just destroying my hopes and dreams.
Well, thank you for joining me, Tyler. We are at the end of our line here. We're gonna try and keep these episodes short as normal. Thank you all out there for joining us. This was After Hours episode 2. It is more of a unfiltered, more unstructured episode where, again, last week we had Shawn, now I got Tyler. I'm just trying to see whoever wants to join me on these talks. We just kind of come together as our group of friends and talk with you guys. Definitely down there, leave a comment about anything we talked about this episode. If you want to communicate with us, we have our Discord as well. All these links will be in the description. You'll be able to sign up or join, hang out with us. We'll eventually do game nights. I'm working on getting a capture card so we could get some gameplay up, some gameplay going on. And yeah, we do our normal podcast every Saturday, and they come out on Monday. So again, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Tyler, for joining me this night.
Thanks for having me. Glad we finally got this together. It took a while.
Yeah, it did take us a while. It always does. We'll never have an episode without a good 15, 20 minutes of issues happening. So, again, thank you all for joining us, and you have a wonderful night.
Go to bed.